as we head to Clubhouse. Now let's start this and let's get my controller set correctly. There we go. All right. Let's see what bans we will get coming out here today. We have Oni starting on defense. It was Mutiny's map pick, which means that Oni get to start on whichever side they choose. They chose to start on defense, and let's see who they are going to be banning here. They're taking their time to think about it. Now, the common bans are Thatcher and Maverick. I prefer the Maverick, but Thatcher is generally banned, plus Hibana, but we're going to get an ace ban. Now, this is interesting. I believe we saw... I think we saw... was it Oni? I think we saw Oni struggling a little bit with the ace plays the last time they played here. Hibana coming out. So, alright. So, lots of hard breaches going away here. Shax is going to leave the game. He's like, Hibana's not in. I'm out. Forget it. Valkyrie is going to be banned as well by Mutiny. Great defensive choice. Plenty of intel available when you're playing Valkyrie, and that being taken off the board is very, very important. It's huge. All right, Shax is back in. We're not going to pause it. The final ban coming out from the blue team is going to be Mira. These are the exact same two defensive bans that our blue and orange teams picked yesterday when we had free Elo versus Athena. So good to see our teams are preferring or sticking with pretty consistent operator bans. All right. Now, let me just write these bans down. So for blue team, we have Ace and Mira. Instead of banning the people that can deny walls getting opened, just ban the people that open the walls. Why not? I like this. This could shape up to be a very interesting game. Church versus Arsenal. Church versus Arsenal. Church and Arsenal. First site to get played here by the boys and girls on Oni. Can they make this work? They got 7-0'd the last time they played here. I'm hoping that we do not see a similar situation coming out here today. But let's see how it's going to play. All right, so we have Kaid. Hold on. Hello. Oh, that's better. Right, so we have... I can hear myself. I couldn't hear myself before. And it's really unnerving when you can't hear yourself. You find yourself shouting and shouting and shouting. Whereas now I can hear myself, so I'm going to be a little bit more restrained. Now, Psycho is going to be responsible for reinforcing the dirt tunnel walls. Nothing is going to be put on there to deny the walls. It is pointless because the utility will get taken out straight away unless you use an Electro Claw. Now, you can bring an Electro Claw up here, put it somewhere up the top. The only way it will get taken out is by spending a grenade, of which there are only 2 on the board. There are only 2 on the board for Mutiny, which is in the hands of Consta, who's remaining on drones, giving the intel to his teammates. We've got no spawn peaks coming out. Yellow Ping's going to go out onto the Jaeger, playing here at the top of blue, down in the lounge area. But he is going to back out as MYR is going to push onto that player and take out the default camera first. Laser's making his way in here through strip. Sorry, not through strip, through gym and bedroom. He's going to be coming through from that side. MYR still in the garage. He does take a fair bit of damage. That's from Veya. It's not from Veya. Who's upstairs? It is Veya. Surely. No, it's not. He's downstairs. Who's MYR taking damage from? Because there's no one here. Interesting. Merxy has control of bar. He's going to open up this angle here that's going to allow you to see down through the floor. Does the damage it needs to. Almost doesn't get that last bit. Now Drone is going to go up. That's going to find Kits playing here on the staircase with a shotgun. He is going to have to back out and make his way to Moto, where the hatch is reinforced. Shax is now into Billiards along with Thermite. He's going to be able to open this hatch up. Oh no, we've got Aza though with the hard breach charge. Heavy push in here through Moto. It looks like this is a very common play from most teams, especially Mutiny. We've also got Aza doing damage up above, shifting these anchors out of position as the C4 goes up. Aza is going to jump up onto that little unit, and he is going to stay safe and not get blown up. So good plays here coming out from Mutiny as they do take good map control very quickly. And now they have the man count advantage as we see Simple Silent get taken out of play by MYR at the top of blue. Silent is going to get droned out. They know where he is. Silent is going to check for that ladder, but the push is coming up here from MYR. Will take out the utility, allowing him to move forward cleanly. Sends out the lifeline. Doesn't find anyone there. He's a player on the right. We've got a crossfire here. Potential for both players to peek around and get MYR down, but he's going to fire back as he reverses out from that dangerous position. And he does get away with his life as Veya and Kicks both retreat back and leave MYR to do something different. He's lost a whole load of health. Aza is downed. He is going to get revived, though, by his teammate Merxy. 3 players up above now in kitchen, trying to do damage vertically. We see Aza take down 1. That is Psycho taken out of commission. 5 versus 3 in favor of Mutiny now. We've got a hole open up here in the wall of Church. And we are going to get a push here from Maverick, possibly. Pretty much every player on Mutiny very low in health. Oh, no! We see 1 go down. He tries to switch to the shotgun, but he doesn't get it in time. Veya coming back to site to try to get the win. Plant is going down, but it's denied by Veya with a fantastic 2K. And that is time. Thanks to a great clutch there from Veya as he comes round and shoots the player behind the bar, through the bar itself. Consta playing on the Maverick comes round. He comes round to try to grab that diffuser, but he's too late. The damage is done. And only win the game on time, with the round on time. That was an incredible one to watch. All through that, Mutiny looked so good. They were doing everything right. They got the picks. They managed to whittle those numbers down, but Oni just at the end just managed to turn it around, get those picks that they needed, and clutch it up. Superbly done. 3K from Veya. Nice.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
What is going on in the stream? Sixter, it's just down to the fact that Casper doesn't like casting anymore and Killer Wolfman has just disappeared. We don't know what happened. It is not by our choice that he is not casting in challenges. He's just disappeared off the radar and not... He hasn't volunteered for everything, so I think he's been removed. Or he was removed 3 seasons, I'm not sure. I can't remember what happened, but it's nothing to do with capture cards. Nothing to do with it at all. I mean, we still have paste casting. He doesn't use capture cards. He'll be casting 2 or 3 games next week directly from his Xbox. Alright, 5 versus 5 as we go to CCTV. Apologies there for talking a little bit about Challenger casters. Now, we have 4 walls reinforced down here. That's unusual. Often you just see the 1 reinforced, but we actually have it double reinforced here. Now, no electro claws have been placed down here on this wall. 2 electro claws are still in the pocket. It looks like it's going to be tricked. But when you've got a Maverick on the board, the trick is irrelevant. C4 is going to go out, but it's going to miss the mark. Consta is going to back out, and he is going to be able to continue this Maverick trick successfully. It's not going to get denied. Aza is going to drop down here to join his teammate. Consta needs to wait a second as Aza is going to rappel up, and he's going to watch through the holes that are being created by Consta so that he can get a pick if anyone tries to shoot Consta while he's doing his job. And then, simply as that, as the reinforcement drops away from the wall, Buck just opens it up, and that is that done in 1 minute or less. Well done for the boys. The boys on Mutiny for getting that open so damn quickly. Now we're going to see MYR use his lifeline to open up the default rotate here, which not a lot of people open up anymore, as Merxy takes down Veya. Shines has control here of the catwalk. He knows there's a player down below, and he is going to watch the long angle there with that TCSG. But as his teammates start to fall, he is going to back out towards site. He's going to manage to take down MYR, playing on the Zofia from that close range, even though he does have the 2-time scope. There is 1 player there in construction waiting to push through, and Shines is going to wait for that player. Thermite opening up the hole, trying to make his way in from construction. 3 fires go out from Kicks, but no damage is done, as he is the last man standing in a 1 versus 4. Consta gets the grenade kill onto Shines, and he manages to just swoop in, finish off the remaining player, taking a round for Mutiny, making it 1-1. at the end of round number 2. Now this is already closer than anyone thought it was going to be. I have been taking replays and just realized that my replay buffer is not switched on. That is annoying because there were some nice moments in those first 2 rounds. And yes, Force Rocker Casper did cast last week. And yes, there is a Challengers cast tonight, lay off my soul. The rest of the games this week, I believe, do have casters.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Alrighty, so CCTV is going to get played again by Oni. They need to do a lot better at it than they did last time. Now, this is why I always say ban Maverick. You saw Maverick just stroll up. No Electro Claw is going to stop him. No Bandit Battery is going to stop him. No Signal Jammer is going to stop him. You can try and chuck a C4 out, but you've got to be very, very precise with your throw. And most players, once they get that top bit done, they will back away and wait for the C4 or maybe an impact grenade. So I still say Maverick is just too difficult to counter, specifically on this map, that it just isn't worth letting him play. People ban Thatcher, just ban Maverick. He's too good for this site. Far too good for this site. But people still leave him up and running. Is what it is. Consta and Aza are going to come over and do the exact same thing yet again. They are going to Maverick trick this wall and then open it up. So the defensive team need to work out a way to deny it. Now, this is going to be a little bit easier here, possibly for Consta. In fact, it's going to be no more difficult because he's just going to do the exact same thing that he did before. Psycho typically does try to bandit trick, but there is no Thatcher. Now, instead, Psycho is actually going to wait, it looks like. 2 C4s have been ripped. Early C4 is going to go out. They're going to wait for the holes to get opened up underneath. Oh no! MYR takes down Shines. Was that from the window? That was from the window. Great play there, shutting down that position. He's going to spot the back of Bandit, and eventually he's going to see the head, and he's going to rip it right off. MYR feeling confident and cocky, jumps straight into sight, but Veya is there to get that refrag, and he does manage to get the trade, taking MYR off the board, leaving us in a 3 versus 4. Early advantage going to Mutiny, but it has taken them slightly longer to open up the wall this time. That's what we'd expect. Maverick trick is complete. Buck is doing his job, and that is now done. Oni, Veya playing here on the catwalk, holding down that breach as the Kicks is going to play here on Cash, trying to stop the players from coming in through construction. Veya just holding the long angle there onto that breach as Merxy and Shax make their way in from construction side. This is what you want to see. This is a double push, applying pressure from both sides of the map. Aza down below to make sure that the defensive team cannot sit in any default positions, as Kicks is going to play on radio, waiting for the player on the balcony to make his move. But is it going to come out? Simon making his way down below for some kind of trickery. Legion Mine is going to go out. What is Simon up to? It looks like he's getting ready for a possible jump out. He's going to stay. No, he's going to wait in blue for someone to come through here, but no one is coming that way, Simon. You're in the wrong place here, but Aza might make his way out. You could get that pick onto Aza, depending on what happens. Merxy, though, coming through this way. He could fall to the hands of Simple Simon, and he does. That leaves Aza down below Cash, doing what Buck is going to do as Veya falls as he goes upstairs. That's to the Maverick on the balcony. Maverick starts to push in, and Consta yet again finishes off the round with a cheeky little double. And he puts one on the board for Mutiny. That is 2 in the Mutiny win column now, as Mutiny go 2-1 up. Was that first round from Oni a fluke? I mean, I called it at the time that round 1 should have been Mutinies. They were doing exceptionally well. It was a great clutch, last moment clutch from Veya and Oni that managed to win it for them. So maybe it was just a bit of a fluke, and we could see Mutiny doing what people are expecting Mutiny to do at this point. Oh, we've been requested for a pause. Yeah, okay. All right, we will go to a rehost screen while we sort this out. We are just going to get a pause, but we will go to a rehost screen anyway. We will be back very shortly. Stick with us. We won't be too long. We will not be too long. Through the hole that gets opened up there by Ace. Great play there. That is a 3v3 now, as balance has been restored. Oh no, Bandit gets taken down by Just Toby, though, putting us in a 3v2. Glossy Club and Jag, the last 2 players left. That is V-Pit playing on Warden, Angle is going to be held, and Curse is going to claim that life. He could still win this. It's quite nice watching kills in a sort of third-person RTS kind of style. Consta does take down one. We hear here, Jay got booted, has heard Consta. Taking a lot of damage here. He has picked up Diffuser, but he's got no way to get into sight unless he goes prone and goes through that hole. But there is a player there in the objective that's waiting to take him down. Glossy gets a pick of his own. Den looking for his picks from up above. Woken looking for the picks down below, and he does manage to take down one eventually as he gets that kill onto Joza, but he is going to get refragged by LZ. Consta gets one of his own. Just like Zachariah, we are going to get the reload 1v2, but I don't know if he realizes this. And Nurtic just waiting. Aza still has two that he could use to help out his teammates as LZ's going to come around and pre-fire through that window. There is a player there. It is Jaeger being played by Henry. He's going to fire back through the window, and he's just going to wait for the player to hop in. There we go. Easy pick for Henry as Aza is the last man standing. He takes down one. He almost takes down Rarity. They've only lost one player in that push, leaving Cryant all on his own. 1v4. It does have really confusing sounds. Diffuser gets picked up and it makes the sound like it's the end of a round or something. Playing with their controllers and still win the round. The attackers have to actually do something. Nia's going to back out as Capital has jumped in. 4 versus 3 now as Serinderpool makes his way into sight and does manage to take down Woken eventually. 3 versus 3. Zico goes down at the hands of Matty. Fergal opening up the window. He knows there's a player there. Yellow pin goes out. He just has to hold it. And yeah, flanks pops out. And Fergal manages to take him down. Sorry, LZ takes down Prozza. Prozza tries to push around. Merxy gets his own one onto Jay, got booted. Cryan is in sight with no diffuser in hand. Prozza just runs into sight and drops that diffuser as he dies. That is not the play from Prozza. This is what I'm talking about. Sorry, 5 lives to 3. Thermite starts to push in, but he doesn't account for the player here on the catwalk. Loxa does take him down, leaving us in a 4v2 now. Well played. So Kix is in, hunting down his prey. He gets into a gunfight with Matty. He does manage to finish him off. Fergal, top of yellow stairs, sorry, spiral stairs, waiting for someone to make his way up. Ash still holding this hole here in the floor, and finally it pays off and he takes down flanks. He gets the refrag for his teammate. Catsy, you have been avenged. AS Flex and BMC now in a 2 versus 3 as they manage to get 2 quick picks. AS Flex goes back, picks up the diffuser, but Hayden is watching, waiting for someone to poke their face out. And there you go. Hayden does get that kill onto AS Flex because they didn't have their flanks watched. This could be the time where Apollo turns it around and follows the stats. But let's see, as Blame Marsh does take down one. And he takes down a second. That's onto Vocal out here in blue. Pix tries to come in and end LZ's life, but he is not successful. Now we see a very even match, and LZ takes down Rarity onto Just Toby, but Just Toby is just better, and he gets that kill. EMP's going to go down. That will stop a gas grenade if a gas grenade goes out, and it will also stop the Yokai. Great play there. I should get a tactical timeout thing where I can play it on stream and it's got like the countdown music on it and everything. That's what I should do. I'm going to do that. Oh no, wall gets open, they just run in. Joe starts to blow, but he doesn't know there's a Mozzie laid there, but it's a big rush. It's just a flurry of kills coming out here from side. Liam is the last man left standing. They go for a rush. I'm speechless, people. I am speechless. 5v3. Okay, Merxy has managed to make it back. Thank you very much for your patience. Now that he has returned, I'll just let him complete his 6 pick. I think he has. Not sure. 6 pick complete. Let's resume the timer and get back to it. Alright, so Church and Arsenal is going to get played again. We are going to see Lion coming out from Merxy, which is a very interesting choice. I'm loving the fact that we're seeing shines on the alibi here. I assume he's going to be using the 1.5 sight. I've tried using it. I still kind of prefer the holographic, in all honesty. I just feel like I can perform better with the holographic on alibi than with the 1.5 at this moment in time. Reason being because I play it quite fast-paced and aggressively, whereas the 1.5 scope is a little bit too much for me. Not into it yet. I'm sure I'll get there. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Now, what's going on here? What is going on? Alright, so we said that we would have a casting tonight, but it looks like we don't for challenges. Pace has had to pull out. So we might not be able to have... Not Pace. Yeah, Pace. Pace Chapter. Is it chapter or pace? It's chapter. No. It is chapter. Chapter has had to pull out, so unfortunately there will be no challenger cross tonight, I don't think. Unless we can sort something out in the next 40 minutes. But as I'm doing this, I won't be sorting anything out. That much is for certain. Now, Church and Arsenal. We have MYR. Mutiny doing the same thing, right? Mercs is going to take down the kicks. MYR takes control of the garage. Lion EE1D is going to go out to try to freeze anyone in place, but they have complete top floor control already. So whether they did that for top floor or whether it was to allow some of the teammates to do some work, I don't know. It looks like it was for top floor, as everyone else is kind of doing just site entry stuff. Ace is going to make his way down the main stairs and start opening up the floor here. There's a drone there that he doesn't want to take out of play. Not sure whose drone it is. It is his, so he's going to move it out to safety as he continues to do some damage. Oh, and he just misses the line of sight on the two players down below him there. That Shine setting up his shield. Alibi. Oh, we didn't see that. Alibi does get those pings, and immediately Shines just looks up and takes down Aza. Alibi, best defender in the game. Best defender in the game. We've got Sophia there, trying to get that quick peek onto Alibi. Alibi's going to get away. Gunfire goes out. MYR is down to 20 HP. Shines has hardly taken a lick of damage during these gunfights. I'm telling you, Alibi is just so good. So good. Alright, so Vaya playing down in blue, just like it was before. Simple sign of waiting for this hatch to get Maverick tricked. He's playing in slightly the wrong position to get the headshot here, as the Maverick is slightly away from there. Vaya eventually gets fallen by Merxy, putting us in a 4 versus 3. Lion E1D is going to go out. That's going to freeze the players in position, but Legion is tucked up safely behind that aircon unit. He is just going to sit there patiently waiting for his chances. Jax is down at the bottom of the main stairs, getting ready to push in and open up Church Wall, no doubt. Monster's going to drop. He does little 360s. He comes down. He feels like it's cleared, but the Legion mine goes off in his foot. Sinan knows someone's there. He's going to peek that hole, but he needs to be a little bit more careful and not peek it quite. So obviously Psycho's going to double peek it with him. Now this is where you need to make that play, because you kind of feel like they're going to make their push in based on that E1D. Consta takes down one as he pushes into sight. Merxy has the long angle here from the staircase. Simple sign and trying to shut things down. Shax is going for that plant. The plant is likely to be successful. Nothing here that Sinan can do. The plant goes down. Mutiny playing very, very reserved here, not pushing onto Simple Sinan as it is a 1 versus 3. They do not want to lose this. They're going to hold this position. And Merxy, though, being Merxy, is just going to push in, get that headshot. Finish the round off just a little bit earlier for Mutiny. Okay. CCTV, next site to get played. We have seen Oni play this site twice already. They didn't win it either time. Let's take a look at some stats for this map and this site specifically. So 50-50 when it comes to attack and defense favored on this map. That's quite interesting. That's very rare that we see that. Church and Arsenal, which was just lost by the defense again. 47% defender favored. CCTV and Cash, though, pretty much the most balanced site on this map. 51% attacker favored, 49% defender favored. We have seen the defense lose it twice already, so realistically, we should see defense winning this one. We should see a 3-2 at the end of this round, but Mutiny are starting to pick up the pace and starting to look a little bit better than they did in round number 1. Let's see if they can keep it going and build on this momentum that they've clearly started to gather. They're not quite as fast as they have been in the past. They are picking up that pace. Merxy's getting his confidence back, as we are seeing him aggressively make his plays that we're used to seeing him make. I'm going to say easy picks onto default cams there. Pre-fires go out. That had to be intel. There had to be intel in there for that to happen. Is there a drone in here? There must be a drone. Is that just a random pre-fire? Merxy got lucky? There doesn't seem to be a drone anywhere in here. Well, got one drone up here. I can't see where the rest of them are, but nicely done to Merxy, I guess. Fair play. Sinan's going to be fuming at that one. Here we go. Standard plays coming out here from the Maverick. Buck just coming up to join him. Consta feeling confident enough to just crack on with it just without the assistance of Buck. It's not going to be the downfall of Consta. It's not going to get denied as Bayer does get taken down by MYR through that construction window. 5 versus 3. Mutiny are going to be building and building that confidence now as they start to pick players off one after the other after the other. Consta just checking flank drones. Aza starting to bring his drone around as well. MYR playing out here, watching through that construction window, waiting to get a pick onto any player that he can as Shines takes a lot of damage from the player out there on the balcony. That is Maverick. Shines going to get that long angle, waiting for the skinny position, and Kix does manage to take down Merxy. A player from Mutiny finally falls, leaving us in a 4 versus 3. Oh, the C75 comes out, but Shax is just going to come off better. That's the 4 versus 2 now, with Shine still here alive on catwalk, waiting for Maverick to make that push. 3 versus 2, another player from Mutiny drops. Thermite doing damage, opening up that construction wall. Consta has control of Cash, but another player falls. That Shax out. Wall is open though, he's done his job. Diffuser is dropped. Bandit is going to stay alive as Consta opens fire, but he thinks he's got the kill and runs away a little bit prematurely. Shines is left all on his own in a 1 versus 2. He knows one's at the top of main stairs, going to pre-fire it, and it looked like he'd actually down. What is this sensitivity from Aza? How does the man control that? I don't understand you youngsters and how you do this. Where's my... It's over here. Okay. I lost my mouse cursor for a moment. It's most frustrating. Okay, so that is another win on the board for Mutiny. Mutiny just starting to run away with things. We're going to head back to Church and Arsenal. I'd love to see a gym and bedroom come out, but Oni's just not going to bring it out. Is it because there's no mirror on the board? Is it because they just don't like gym and bedroom? I can't remember if they played gym and bedroom the last time we saw them play here. Let's have a look. Oni versus Orchid. Oni versus Vanquish. Oni started on attack. So we didn't really get to see them play defense, to be fair. They only played defense once, and that was Church and Arsenal when they played against Vanquish. So we don't know if gym and bedroom is in their sight pool, or if it's just one of those things, because there's no mirror, we're not going to play it. I don't know. Anyway, Kix upstairs, going to be putting down his utility to try to snatch up these drones. He has managed to catch one. He's got a drone. That's one little fella to the drone army. Psycho will be reinforcing Church all on his own. Shines playing at the back of sight, setting up his ADSs. I need to sneeze. Bear with me for a moment, stream.
Device placed. Place device.
Alright, I'm back. The sneeze actually didn't come out in the end. It'll just surprise me in a moment, I'm sure. I'll wait until I actually know I'm sneezing. Alright, Consta and Shax. I can feel the sneeze coming now, actually. Bear with me. Ah, forget it. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Every time I think it's going to happen, it just doesn't. Alright, so Sinan isn't going to be running around in Strip Club this time. He's not going to fall for that this time. Vea is going to be playing on Vigil around this area. He's going to take out one drone and then back out. That's going to make the attack think a little bit carefully. Shax is going to push in very, very slowly. They cannot afford to lose him at this point because he is the main hard breach. They do have Consta, but Thermite is going to be able to do a lot more damage. He's going to be able to get one hatch and Church wall. Whereas Maverick is only really good for the one hatch if that's what's decided. Now, Consta does find a player here on drone. No, sorry, it was MYR. It was his own teammate. That's why he didn't push in the way I thought he was. Alright, damage being done vertically. C4 goes out, taking Consta out of play. Great first pick. That's the Maverick gone. Consta at the moment 7-2, so that is a huge gun lost for Mutiny. Let's see if they will be able to capitalize on this. If Oni will be able to make the most of it. Buck doing damage. He spots the head of Jaeger just as he starts to reload his skeleton key, and Vea takes down Merxy, and it looks like Oni might have learnt something on this site. We've got the the Mozzie drones here spotting the attackers. It is realized that that is an offensive drone to the attacking team, and they do take it out, but there is a second drone that's been snagged by Mozzie up there, watching to see what's happened. Buck does now have the moto hatch open as Vea takes down another one. That's the double kill for him. A's is still doing damage from up above, and this is not looking good for Mutiny. MYR's going to open fire onto Shines, and he is eventually going to manage to take him down, starting to do some work here. Pre-fires go out onto the punch holes in the wall, but Psycho is there waiting. He flicks around and takes down MYR, leaving Aza all on his own. Now Aza is very, very good, but is he 1 versus 4 against Oni good? That's the question. He manages to win that one. He's still got to find 3 more. He manages to get that one. 2 more to go. Baits the wall. Manages to take down Simple Sinon. He is good enough to get all of these players. He doesn't have diffuser though. Vea is upstairs camping in and around the diffuser spot. And Ace is running around trying to get kills. He makes his way up here. This is going to be another round 1 on time for Oni. Well played to them.
Operators, you are out of time.
Very, very smart plays from Oni. Very smart plays. We have Aza just running around, just shooting everyone that he sees because the man is a gunner. But the last man standing on Oni plays it safe, waits upstairs, knowing that there's hardly any time, or no time at all, for Aza to come back up, grab that diffuser, get back downstairs and plant. All he had to do was stay alive. He stayed alive. He manages to win the round. Both rounds won by Oni have been won based on time, which is very unusual. Flanks, yeah. I mean, there's a 90-second delay on the stream, so it wasn't stream sniping. But yeah, it did look crazy. Just kill cam. Every time I watch Aza, I think, how do you operate using that sensitivity? How? I'm old. My thumbs can't cope with it. I have no shame. I cannot do the stuff that you youngsters do on this game. My thumbs just aren't built for it. And to be fair, when I was younger even, when I was your age playing games, we didn't really have games. Well, we didn't have games like this when I was your age. Or the age of the majority of the players in this league. I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have been able to do that stuff. Well, we had different control schemes. We had different control schemes in those days. Back in the days when I used to play games like this, when they came out, when we had like the Rainbow Six 3 on Xbox, the common controls for a first-person shooter was the left stick would move you backwards and forwards. No, sorry, would move your head. No, what would it do? Yeah, it would move you backwards and forwards, and it would turn your head left and right. The right stick would move your head up and down and strafe from side to side. So the movement was spread across 2 sticks, and the head movement was spread across 2 sticks. Whereas you don't get that sort of control scheme anymore. It just doesn't exist. MYR managed to take down Sinon, making it a 5 versus 4. That's a good pick. Sinon being the hard breach, very important. Very important for the attackers. They have no hard breach remaining. That was it for them. So they are not going to be opening up any hatches. They're not going to be opening up church wall. They are going to have to push through doorways. That's the only thing that they can do. Jackal is going to get the pings onto MYR. He is going to run away. Is it MYR? I thought it was MYR. No, it's not. It's Merxy playing on the alibi. Alibi getting all the love here. I do like to see it. Oh, Merxy takes down Vea with a great peek down that long hallway there. All the way down blue onto that ladder. Great intel. Is the default cam in garage still up? Merxy just fired it like he knew. Just like he did the Sinon and Strip Club. Vea is going to fall. That is more soft destruction out of the way. There goes Shines. 5 versus 2 now as Kix is going to make his way down Dirt Time. He's going to get pre-fired. He is asking for a lot of trouble by pushing down here solo. He needs to take off that visor, because when you leave it up like that, as soon as you get hit by a bullet, your vision is disrupted. I understand why you want to do it to see the footprints, Ooh, Alibi goes down, but we have one player late here, like a little slug. This is the MYR play, and there you go. Aza is going to take down Psycho. And that's another one for Mutiny, as they now go one round away from match point. CCTV is going to be the next site to get played. I don't think I caught Aza's... no, it wasn't Aza. I don't think I caught all of that double kill there as the player was just pushing down. It wasn't Aza, was it? Because it was an Oni member. Psycho? Yeah, it was Psycho. I didn't get his double. Alright, so CCTV and Cash.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Force Rocker, hope I didn't waffle too much. I did have to cut some of the Force Rocker genius out of the last two prediction panels because they run to like 9 minutes. And like 4 of those 9 minutes were Force Rocker. So it's like, yeah, we've got a lot of time here. There's some stuff I can cut. So I did have to unfortunately cut some Force Rocker gold. But I kept in the stuff Force that I felt was the most important to the matches that we were watching. So I tried to be reasonable with what I cut. I tried to cut only things that I thought were sacrificeable, if that makes sense. Alright, so Shines and Simple Silent pushing over from parking. We have 1 player, 2 players coming over here from the warehouse side, and we've got the Kicks coming over from construction. Now, looks like they feel there's a player over here in the stocks, but there isn't. There is no one there. MYR is playing down below in sight, but there is no one in stocks. Shax is going to take a bit of damage. Was Shax going for a cheeky peek? Not quite sure. He must have been in the vicinity of that construction window, as that's where I guess he took the damage from. Sinan has taken a bit of health damage as well. He's going to check that wall to see if there's any utility on it. There is nothing there. Merxy is going to try to bandit trick it though. Grenade goes out, and that takes down Merxy. Well played there from Oni, as Merxy does fall, and that wall is going to get opened up. Nicely done, Oni, and they do manage to get this wall open. We've got Shax playing the standard position on the top of these stairs. We've got one over here in Cash. That is going to be Aza watching that nice little angle onto the window. Fair play. I like that. Zero Cam spotting out the players. Aza does get the pick onto the player out there through that window. I looked away just at the wrong time. I suspected it was going to happen. 4 versus 4. Wall is open. Oni have kind of done the destruction they need to do. They could double back and try to take through construction as well, but MYR is going to pick off Kicks, leaving us in a 3 versus 4. This is the classic MYR plays here. He runs around, gets these flanks. He sees the player in garage, but he does get taken down very, very quickly there. No, he wasn't in garage. He was just outside. Aza takes down Simon. Vaya is the last player standing. Malusi in the doorway. This should have been around. Should have been around for Oni with the way they were going, but Mutiny have managed to just turn it around. Bear manages to pick up a kill, but is it going to be impactless? That's the question. Bear is going to run around to safety here to head towards that diffuser. No one's peeking him just yet. No one is peeking him. Aza just running around outside, just having fun. Jack's cooking the impact, but Vaya is going to go for that diffuser. He's going to pick it up. Is he going to rappel up to the balcony? There's no players on site except for Consta, who's just now come out. If Vaya tries to rappel, it's going to get heard. Consta knows that he's gone into stocks. Calls are going out. The defense is going to chase him. Shax is trolling, trying to get that impact grenade kill, but Consta isn't going to troll. He's not that sort of player. He just wants to get this game over with. As he runs downstairs with his gun out, ADSing, ready to go. He gets the pick, and that is a round for Mutiny. And they go on to match point, ladies and gentlemen. Match point. One round away from taking the win here. I've just realised that I've mixed things up and that I got my scores wrong on the rehost screen. So I do apologise to anyone that might have been watching and slightly confused. We are going to see Gym and Bedroom get played. we are going to see gym and bedroom. So the first time we've seen this site tonight. Gracie Ferrier, high sensitivity, I'm absolutely sure. If anyone does suspect there is anything though, then by all means take clips. You can type !report into the chat, and you can anonymously report things that you think is not fair play in a game. We want to keep this league as fair as possible. I can't catch everyone myself. I'm not very good with this stuff. I rely on my admin staff and also the viewers who know this stuff about cheating to watch and say, wait a minute, that ain't right. That is not right. Take clips and do those reports to alert my attention so that I can go back and have a look. And we can make a decision about what course of action we want to take. So if you do see something, clip it on the stream, type !report into the chat, and you'll get a link allowing you to share that clip with us so that we can investigate it. Alrighty, so CCTV, extended hold out here into cache and CCTV. Site is gym and bedroom. We have no castle in play, which is unusual. Shax is going to fall early. He's not going to die. He's just going to be down, but not out. Mercs is going to come up to try to get that refrag, but he isn't going to be successful. His first option there is to go for a kill rather than to revive his friend. He does eventually revive him when he realizes there is no blood to be spilled on the side of the attack, as Consta does take a load of damage as well. He's down to 25 HP pretty much. Playing on the fantastic Frost. 5 versus 5 still. Jacuzzi wall starting to get opened up. We've got 3 players. Well, gets denied somehow. Not sure how that happened. Oh, it's because there was nothing on there. It wasn't. Right, they're trying to hard breach it, but it was soft, so they decided to... Oh, it was shot through the wall, of course. There we go. There's MBY. Aza just laid on the floor like a little slug. This is the way they play. He manages to claim a life. That leaves Simple Silent all on his own. He's going to claim the life of one. That is Consta. He's going to manage to take down Aza as Aza comes running out to get that pick. Now, Shax, is he going to try and troll again? He doesn't have the health to really do it. Merxy doesn't either. MYR, though... At this point, MYR isn't gonna likely try to push it. He's the kind of... He's just gonna be laid on the floor somewhere, just waiting. No, he's gonna be peeking out with the pistol, trying to one-tap. He does manage to hit Simon. Simon should come off better here, but he's just aiming a little bit too high and too far to the right. He's trying to one-tap back, and he gets it! Simple Simon trolling the trolls. Consta has left the round, but if Simon manages to clutch this... They have no rehost left, which means he might not get back in time for the next round. That's going to be unfortunate. If Sinan gets another kill, Mutiny are going to have to tell Consta, you better get back on just in case. If he's abandoned and can't rejoin, that's an oof for Mutiny. Merxy just laid in the bathroom. Simple Sinan. Going to drone it all out. These last 2 players on defense, too low on health to take any risks here. They aren't going to troll. They're going to fall back. 30 seconds to go. Drone is going to spot Merx in. He is going to have to back out. A Simple Silent. Last man standing is going to pre-fire, trying to get that pick. We can see one there in logistics doorway. That is Shax. He's going to get the pick. And that is it. Game, set, and match. It's Oni. No. In Oni's dreams at the moment, unfortunately. It does go to Mutiny. Well played to both teams, but the odds were always in favor of Mutiny, and they did not disappoint, managing to take the dub. So well played to them. Well played to them. Stream. You know, I did it again where I forgot to switch the sides on the stream, so it looked like